What's going on? You're watching NFL Daily. I'm Mitchell Renz. Today's show, quarterback free agency projections. So we're going to go over the top free agent quarterbacks, and I'm going to tell you where I think that they're going to end up playing. So the first question I have, do you have your notifications turned on? If that answer is no, go click the notifications bell and make sure you're subscribed, because this is the time of the year that you need to have your notifications on. And for those of you that are watching this live, comment yes when those noties are on, because free agency time, it's here. We're right freaking here. And when players get going and a player signs, we're going to be going live. So again, notifications on, enable them if you need to, and then I want you to comment yes once your noties are on and once you are subscribed to youtube.com/chatsportstv. So let's get into the first quarterback that we're going to talk about. I'm not going to give my answer yet. I want you to get your votes in. Where will Tom Brady play in 2020? So every single quarterback that I show you, I want you to let me know where you think that they're going to play in 2020. In 2019, he had 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and has played his entire career with the New England Patriots. So where do I think that Tom Brady's going to play? I think he's going to stay with the New England Patriots. I mean, I think they'd be absolutely foolish to split up. Obviously, the Patriots, they need to add a lot of talent around him, and you know, Brady's dad said, heck, a few months ago, he can't imagine him playing anywhere else. And to be honest, I can't either. Now, I did see this important note from Rossini of ESPN. She was on Get Up. Some of the things Brady wants: control over the roster, and he wants to be a part of making decisions on play calling. Guess what? So does just about every single quarterback. But if the Patriots would move on from Tom Brady, it'd be thin. So this is what I project the Patriots quarterback depth chart looking like. Tom Brady at the QB number 1. Jacob Sinham, Kessler. Sorry, guys. It's not going to be your time to shine. Now, if you disagree with where I have Brady going, maybe this is what I should tell you. You should go bet on where you think Brady is going to play, because if you disagree with the Patriots at minus 175, maybe you go bet on the Titans, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Bucs, the 49ers. Oh, my. You could do all that at Bet the Aside, the internet's #1 sports book, but you might as well get some free money. Use that promo code NFL120. It's going to get you a 120% deposit bonus. So go to chatsports.com/bet. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the comments. And go bet on where you think Tom Brady is going to play in 2020. Let's go to the next quarterback, shall we? Dak Prescott. And where is he going to play this year? I know we have a lot of Cowboys fans, and if you think it's going to be with Dallas, you might want to start typing Dallas. So where will Dak play in 2020? For me, he's staying with the Dallas Cowboys, coming off a career year. I mean, my man threw for 30 touchdowns, and he had almost 5,000 yards. A very, very good season. Now, when I think about what the Cowboys have, they have a young team. They need to continue to build around him. So Mike McCarthy, I actually think that he helped out the development of Aaron Rodgers a lot, and I think he could help out Dak at age only 26. So what exactly is it going to look like here? We got the Cowboys depth chart, and Prescott is a franchise tag candidate, so just keep that in mind. And as many people tell me, let's give Cooper Rush a chance. No. Okay? Absolutely not. There's a lot of other quarterbacks I'd rather have. You know what? I'd rather have RG3 as my quarterback, too, than Cooper Rush. No offense, Cooper. Facial hair is great. It's just the wrong color. It kind of looks like the subscribe bar. So, hey, Cooper Rush and everyone watching, go click subscribe. So I want you guys to let me know this question. Who is the top free agent quarterback? And for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, you might get hit with an ad break. While you're getting hit with that ad break and while it's playing, I want you to scroll on down, because I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. And I want you to let me know who is the top free agent quarterback right now. Now, the next quarterback that I'm going to talk about on today's show, it's Philip Rivers. And for those of you that are subscribed, that do have your notifications turned on, you'll know that we've already put out our top destinations for Philip Rivers. And spoiler alert, one of the top destinations, it was in fact in that video. So how about this? Where is Rivers going to play in 2020? Get your votes in right now. Get them in there. We'll give some shout-outs here. Jackson says the Colts. Diego, a lot of Colts. Lots and lots of Colts in there. Okay? Guess what? We're on the same page then, because my prediction for Philip Rivers, I think he's going to the Indianapolis Colts. And I know Frank Wright was Rivers' position coach and offensive coordinator from 2013 to 15. Brissett, to me, not the option. And when Tom went down to the NFL scouting combine in Indianapolis, he was like, Mitch, I'm telling you right now, everything I'm hearing is that Rivers is going to the Colts. And originally, I thought he could potentially go to the Buccaneers because he moved his family down to Florida. But everything I'm seeing and hearing, I think Rivers, he's going to Indy. So what exactly would the Colts quarterback depth chart look like with Phillip? I think he slots in there as the QB1. Something that I do want to make note of, the Colts have already paid Jacoby Brissett for this upcoming season. So just because if somebody tells you, no, this won't happen because Jacoby got paid, the Colts also have, I believe, the second most money in cap space. So again, that is just something to keep in mind. I think Phillip Rivers, he's headed to Indy. Now let's go to the next quarterback here, who kind of gave himself new life. Is Ryan Tannehill staying with the Tennessee Titans? I want you to give me a Y for yes, and I want you to give me an N for no. So if you think that Ryan Tannehill is staying with the Tennessee Titans, type Y for yes, type N for no. I'll give some shout-outs here in the comments section. Seeing a lot of Ys. Then Vegas goes N. I'll say 90% of the votes are Y. And guess what? I agree with the voters. I'm typing my Y as well. My prediction for Ryan Tannehill, he's staying with the Tennessee Titans. Now, he went 7-3 in the regular season. 9-3 if you include the playoffs. And the Titans are going to move on from Marcus Mariota. I mean, let's just be real. And the fact that there's now reports coming out that the Titans are prioritizing Tannehill over somebody like Tom Brady, I think that's good to hear. And I think it's also good for the organization because they're showing that they're backing up Tannehill, who, when he had to step in, he had to step in and do a mess. He really did. The Titans are 2-4. You're like, oh my gosh, this team, they're definitely not a playoff caliber team. And yes, I will say that I think Derrick Henry is a big reason why. Obviously, they won a lot of football games. That's why they call him King Henry. But you still have to be able to run the offense, don't you? And with that being said, I think Ryan Tannehill, he's going to stay with the Tennessee Titans. He's going to remain the quarterback one for this team. And if you're Tennessee, personally, I don't know if I'd give him a long-term deal. I'd maybe give him a one-year prove-it deal. Maybe you tag him. Because there is a part of me that is still a little bit worried about that Ryan Tannehill could just go back to being himself. And I hope that's not the case. But, hey, we'll find out shortly, won't we? All right, let's go on to the next quarterback here in free agency. We're talking about Marcus Mariota, Super Mario. And where will Mariota play in 2020? So if you're watching this live on YouTube and Facebook, I want you to get the comments in. And I'm going to tell you where I think Marcus Mariota is going to play right after I share these awesome shirts. So from chatsports.com/NFL Green, if you want to rep your team on St. Patty's Day, it's right around the corner. I want you to pay attention. Pay attention close. These shirts that you're going to see, all under $30. The T-shirts, that is. So you got sweatshirts. We also got long sleeve shirts as well. They are on sale because St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. And go get some free shipping. Use promo code 24SHIP. Okay? So I know a bunch of y'all are in there. I know a bunch of y'all are going to be partying for St. Patty's Day. You and me both. If you're in Dallas, let me know. Chatsports.com/NFL Green. And again, make sure that you use that promo code 24SHIP. All right, I told you I'd tell you where Marcus Mariota is going to play. My prediction, the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think that he's going to be a free agent that's probably going to cost less than $7 million a year. And if you can get him on a one-year prove-it deal, I think that is a huge win for the Raiders. And when you think about a lot of the needs of a team, a fan base, I think sometimes you got to spark it up a little bit. And with the Raiders moving to Vegas, that's what Marcus Mariota does. But let's get one thing straight. He would be the backup to Derek Carr. So I don't want to hear people saying, oh, Mitch, we should make Mariota the starter. No. Derek Carr still gives you a better chance to win. I do think, from a fan base and from a team standpoint, a lot of people want to see the Raiders really open up the playbook, maybe turn Marcus Mariota into a little bit of a Taysom Hill. Not saying really the exact same player, but maybe 10 plays where defensive coordinators have to worry about what you're going to do with Marcus Mariota. But Marcus Mariota going to the Las Vegas Raiders, that's my personal prediction. Let's talk about another quarterback, shall we? Eating W's. This is a fun one for me. Where's Jameis going to play in 2020? I mean, this is tough to wrap my mind around. And it's hard to see. And yeah, I didn't have to get LASIK. So 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. That's why this is an actual topic. Yes, think about a quarterback throwing for over 5,000 yards, and we don't know where he's going to play. Why? The 30 interceptions. My prediction, it might not be a lot of fun for y'all, but I'm sorry, I think he's going to end up staying with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you disagree with me, continue to comment where you think Jameis Winston is going to play. I get it. The decision-making, not great, okay? But Bruce Arians, he wants himself a strong-arm quarterback. And unfortunately for Jameis, as you can see the bottom note there, he just fell victim to a very, very strong free agent class. Like, if Winston was out there and Mariota were out there in most other years, he'd probably be pretty coveted. But this year, it's not the case. And I'm also going to look at Jameis and be like, okay, man, you threw 30 interceptions when you had wide receivers like Chris Godwin, like Mike Evans. I'm a little bit concerned what you would do on other teams because, newsflash, I think O.J. Howard, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans is probably the best wide receiver tight end duo in the entire NFL. What's going on? You're watching NFL Daily. I'm Mitchell Renz. I got a question for everyone watching. Who will be the Bears quarterback in 2020? I want you to comment below. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Click the big red button so you know exactly when we go live. So who's going to be the Bears quarterback in 2020? Guess what? I think it's going to be Teddy Bridgewater. That's my projection. And Mitchell Trubisky definitely struggled last season, and I understand. The Bears, they don't have a lot of cap space. But if you want to be able to move some pieces and create some room, maybe you do that with Teddy Bridgewater. Because for my opinion, the rest of the roster, you're good. You already saw that this is a defense that can carry a team. You are a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender. So why not go out and get a Teddy Bridgewater who I think you could probably get for maybe $25 million. Yes, you got to figure out what you're going to do with Trubisky. Yes, you're going to have to move some other pieces, but you can do it. Because if anybody, and I know this is going to go on our Bears channel, tells me that Mitchell Trubisky is a better quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going to look at you funny. Probably like this. Because it doesn't make any sense. So, I want you to pick a quarterback. Type 5 for Teddy, that's his number, or type 10 for Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to type my 5, and I think it's pretty easy for me personally because I think about what he's going to be able to offer you. He also has experience in that division, and I think if you're the Bears, you don't want somebody that's going to hurt you. Teddy Bridgewater's not going to hurt you. He might not be able to carry a football team, but he's not going to hurt you. Mitchell Trubisky, he's going to hurt you. And that's why I have him as the QB2. You insert Bridgewater as the QB1. Now, I don't know if this makes the Bears 12-4 like they were back in 2018, but I definitely know this. You're going to win more football games, and your quarterback's not going to be the reason why you lose football games. Teddy Bridgewater is an upgrade over Trubisky. Let's get that straight. All right, let's talk about the next quarterback here on NFL Daily. We got Case Keenum, and where's my man Case going to play in 2020? He's kind of bounced around the league a little bit. He's played with the Redskins. He's played with the Vikings. He's really, really been bouncing around. So where's Case going to play in 2020? Get it in the comments section. For me, he's going to the NFC East. He's going to be a Giant. And I think this move makes sense because, remember, the Giants, Eli Manning, he just retired. I don't know if they're still 100% sold. They probably are sold on Daniel Jones. I don't know if I'm sold on Daniel Jones. So maybe you can insert a quarterback like Case Keenum who made $3.5 million last year, and he might not be a starting caliber QB, but I think he's a pretty decent backup. At age 31, he's played in a lot of different systems. I think he could teach Daniel Jones a thing or two, and if you really needed to, let's say, go to Case, I think it would be okay. Like, I think the New York Giants would be okay if they really, really needed to go to Case Keenum. Sure, it's not what you want to do, but if you're looking for a cheaper backup, probably in the $4.5 million range, you could go out and find yourself a decent quarterback like Case Keenum. So now we're going from Case Keenum to Taysom Hill. And I didn't really want to tease this because I thought that I knew where he was going, and he's going to go to the Saints. So the fact that they placed a first-round tender on him, I can't imagine a team going out and getting Taysom Hill. Like, I like Taysom Hill. He's a fun player. I think he's an all-around very good football player. I don't know how much of a quarterback he is because here are his career quarterback stats, passing stats. 6 of 13, 119 yards and an interception. In fact, he has more rushing yards and he has more receiving yards in his NFL career, when you include the playoffs, than he does passing yards. Taysom Hill, again, is a very, very fun football player, but he is a football player. Despite what he thinks he's a franchise quarterback. I'm going to respectfully disagree. And for the Saints, you're not going to have Teddy Bridgewater anymore if my projection goes the way it is. You hang on to Taysom Hill, and you continue to ride the boat with Drew Brees. Get more talent around Brees. Get more talent on that defense. And the Saints team, I think they got ripped off in the playoffs. If you agree with me, you can type Saints down in the comments section below. But I'll say this will be an amazing, amazing free agency period. So make sure that you guys don't miss anything. Make sure you got your notifications turned on. And how about this? We're going to run through the full Week 1 starting quarterbacks for every NFL team in 2020. Let's do it. The first quarterback that you might see that jumps out here on the list, it's Tua. Yeah, I think he's getting drafted by the Dolphins. Let's now go to the AFC North, shall we? The quarterback that's going to jump out here, it's Joe Burrow. Going number 1 to the Bengals. I hope I can see it in Vegas. AFC South, shall we? You can see it. Phillip Rivers with the Colts. Gardner Minshew with the Jags. Titans, Ryan Tannehill. I like it. Let's go to the AFC West for my Raiders. They're going to hang on to Derek Carr. I think he's going to be the starting quarterback Week 1 of the Raiders. The Chargers, my prediction, they're going to go out and draft Justin Herbert out of Oregon. NFC East, we're done with the AFC. Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, Dwayne Haskins, Dak Prescott. Not too much fun. Sorry. NFC North time. Let's get into it. The Bears, Teddy Bridgewater. I kind of like it. Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins. Teddy, you got to step up your A game. Let's go to the NFC South, shall we? No changes. Sorry. NFC West, probably the best division in the entire NFL. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo, Russell Wilson. What's one of the reasons why it's the best? Quarterback play is pretty good. I don't care about all the Jimmy G rumors. I think that he's staying with the 49ers. So if you watch this video to the very end, I appreciate it. We appreciate when you watch the videos all the way to the end here on Chat Sports. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to Instagram, hit me up at MitchellRenz365, and I want you to slide in my DMs, and I want you to do this. I want you to type me QB. That way I know you watched until the very end. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you disliked, and make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV.